What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Day, and welcome back to Man United Talks. This is the review of the Manchester United versus Everton game. Manchester United have just beat Everton 2-1 in a very, I wouldn't say it was very entertaining, but it was a lot better to watch than most games we've played this season. We were open and a bit more fluid, and we went for it, as we should do at home. You know, regardless of the opposition. I don't care if it's Juventus. I don't care if it's blessed, well, Cardiff. I want to see us giving 110%, and we did that. Okay? Before we get into anything, before we get really into anything, if you do enjoy, drop a like and subscribe, comment any of your thoughts on the game, and all that jazz. I mean, how can I start? I'm trying to think of a way to start. I'm just gonna go straight off the bat, and I'm gonna give you my man of the match. That's just how I'm gonna do this. Paul Pogba. Now you could argue Martial, and Martial did end up getting the man of the match, but that man, Paul Pogba, I'm giving it to him. He was splendid. His second half, well, not his second half, because most of the game he was great. Like from the 75th minute on, he was just not great. But he got a goal and an assist. His penalty, it was an up and down game really for Paul, but more up than down obviously. But it was great to see him really run into the final third and just show what he's really capable of. It was brilliant. He was doing skills and just, being Pogba, really expressing himself. And that's when I love to see him. That's when he's at his best. I just realized the date is wrong on my graphic, so apologies for that. That's terrible. Yeah, but I was very happy with seeing him. His midfield partner in Matic was terrible. Not a fan. I know his distribution is solid and it's accurate. Although he just passes the ball sideways most of the time, but several times today he was beat, and his tackling was atrocious. I saw he was just henching people, just hacking at him. And it was dreadful to watch. But Paul Pogba was my man in the match. I thought it was splendid. And I don't know why Mourinho made the decision to not make him captain. I think it goes a lot deeper than an Instagram post. We know it goes a lot deeper than an Instagram post. They don't get along well. But yeah, as you see by the stats, it was a fairly even game in the second half. The first half was all Manchester United. I think the possession was somewhere in the close to 60. And we were just playing dominant football. 7 offsides though is not great, not great at all. Just a lot of what's the word? Still getting rid of that Louis van Gaal football. And I know it's 3 years since he's gone, and we still blame him for stuff, but. Not this player in specifically, but Chris Smalling and those players who really featured heavily on the Van Gaal are still just taking too long to move it. And that's where the offsides come from. Marcus, especially with Marcus Rashford being as quick as he is, running in behind and giving it his all, which is what I love to see, by the way. He spread the defense so well today, and he should have had a goal of his own. We just take too long to play the ball over the top sometimes, and that's frustrating. Or in behind, sorry. And that's really frustrating. But it is what it is. We got the result today. I'm very happy. But my main talking point was Matic. Not a fan of that. Something's got to give. And I know Fellaini is like the backup central defensive midfielder, the holding midfielder, which I think is stupid. He's not a holding midfielder at all. His best years of his career were playing as a center forward, playing as a number 10, holding the ball up and making late runs into the box. That is what Fellaini is best at doing, and we're trying to turn him into a box-to-box. That's how he's playing for Manchester United. He's not a box-to-box player. He can come back and defend in set pieces for the opposition set pieces, and he's an aerial threat. Mind you, his heading accuracy isn't amazing. Like, it's not amazing. He's very tall and he's very imposing. His chest control is probably the best in the world. Like, that's not a joke. But Um, I digress. I just didn't like what I saw from Matic today. It was just a lot of the time he got the ball, he was just frustrated. And sometimes he makes forward runs, which was entertaining when he first came to the club. Like that was awesome. But if you're gonna be good going forward, you gotta be great at the. If you're playing the sixth position behind Pogba and whoever the partner is, I need you to lock it down. And he wasn't doing that at all. And Herrera came on, was making interceptions, being aggressive. That's what I want for my number six. But that wasn't to be. Or it wasn't from Matic what I got. From a football perspective, I want to be honest with you. There is no system in this team. Like you can identify City is free flowing, pass and move, break down teams. That's what Pep Guardiola does. Take your time, let them tire themselves out trying to chase the ball down. That's City's play style. Liverpool, fluid counter-attacking football. That's it. They don't generally, break teams down, playing link up football, like, passing around the center backs, although they have done that a bit more. But fluid counter-attacking football. That's Jurgen Klopp, as is City's, the way I said City's. That's Pep Guardiola. Mourinho's supposed style is counter-attacking, solid defense football. No, he hasn't got the players he wanted, but I don't care. Like I said in the preview, in the meat of it, I just want to see him deploy. And I know he won't be able to do it to the best of his ability if he doesn't have the players he wants. But I'm still not even seeing signs of that identity in the team, Towards the end of the game, we were getting counterattacks, but that's what happens when teams open up and chase the game. That's usually what happens. Martial should have had a goal, by the way. He waited so long and made it easy for Pickford. So, Pickford looks great. And he is a good goalkeeper, in fairness to him. But, I thought we were better today in terms of mentality, not necessarily football. Players had a sense of pride, and they really wanted to show what they were made of. Lukaku was dropped today, massive decision. Not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it at all. I think, in all honesty, he probably needs to not start for at least 3 more games, because I want him to just kind of, recharge. If he plays 20 minutes every week, that's cool. Let him kind of build himself back up and have that rest, because he plays 90 minutes every week. 90 minutes. It's not like we're subbing him off and letting him kind of recuperate. We play him 90 minutes every week. That's not what he needs right now. He can do it, but he needs to kind of just resurge. Yeah. But other than that, I was pretty proud of what we did. Luke Shaw got caught out a couple times, but all in all, he was quite solid, as he has been this season. I tweeted out during the game, forgive me for saying this, but Ashley Young is probably going to be the starting right back from now until the low kind of breaks through. I don't think, if Mourinho's smart, Valencia will never start again in the Premier League, in the Champions League. But Ashley Young, he's making a case for himself. He's solid, man. He is playing solid. He fights hard, and he's good at receiving instructions. All I want, really, like if Ashley Young can cross the ball, he can start for us. As much as that is stupid, and I don't want it because he's not a right back and he's a winger. And if he learns how to not learns, because he's capable, very capable of putting a good ball in the box. That's about all he offered when he played left back, and when he played on the left wing. If he can put a good ball in the box, then we're golden. But at the moment, no one can cross the ball in, apart from Delo. But he lacks defensively a bit. So it's a tough decision to make. But I hope when Delo's fit, he plays, because Valencia is offering nothing. Nothing. Ashley Young looks as good as Valencia defensively. So, yeah. That's about it. Pogba, goal and assist, absolutely did wonders for my fantasy team. Didn't captain him though, because I'm a bit just, I don't know. I didn't expect him. I expected him to play well. I just didn't expect him to play this well. And obviously we gave up a silly penalty thanks to Pogba. I know people are gonna bag on Smalling, and that was a terrible challenge, but he shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. And then again, like Smalling, like, what are you doing? There's no need to make a tackle. No need to make a tackle. Um, but Pogba doing a flick for no good reason at all, just no justifiable reason. Um, Flicked it up, and it was great. If it came off, it would look great, but there was just no need for it. And then ball played in behind, penalty given. I would bet money Sigurdsson scores 9 out of 10 penalties. Um, yeah, so that was that. I think we were all in all just solid, man. I think we were just what we should be, you know? If you play like that every week, forgive me. Excuse me. If we play like that every week, we're going to get results. If we played the way we did tonight against Brighton, that's not 3-2 to Brighton. But my biggest thing is keep Martial keep him in the 11. He's the guy. He is the guy that's really added to this kind of just wake up, I guess, this wokeness that's in the team right now. You know, you have Pogba in the team, but he doesn't link up with Sanchez well. Play Sanchez on the right. I hope that happens. He was on the bench today, so hopefully he's available to play Bournemouth. Do we have Champions League again? I'm not. Forgive me for not knowing. But, yeah, let Sanchez have a go on the right wing, man. I know Mata is playing so well, and I'm happy with that. I really am. But let's face it, Sanchez is better. And he looked decent when he played on the right wing against Newcastle. And who else did he play on the right wing against? I can't remember. Anyway, that about does it for me. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, drop a like and subscribe. 2-1 to United at Old Trafford. I'm just very, very grateful. And just hopefully we keep it up. That's all I ask for. Let's keep it up, okay? Let's keep it up. Keep Martial in the 11. Hello when he comes back, and hopefully Lukaku figures it out, because he really looked shot of confidence today. He could have had a couple goals, maybe one goal for sure. I think he definitely could have had, but you know, he's definitely got to gather some confidence. But as I said before, like I do every video, I outro about 10 times. If you do enjoy, drop a like and subscribe, comment, and yeah, thanks for watching. I have been your boy Dave. I'm out.